This is day 1167 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. If you'd like to sponsor come and share more of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, please come me directly. We very greatly appreciate it. Today we're doing the Yordea, Siman Kuf Yudal, Sif Chof Aleph, to Siman Kuf Tez Vav, Sif Beis. Chafal, because I've been Ramah, the Sif Yud, Rama writes in Sif Yud, Yadur Shesocher Chad Hu Ba'ir, Shem Marabo Yain. We know there's a merchant in the city doesn't mix wine into his pickled vegetables. Even the other ones do, but the guy coming out to buy from all of them. Because much later do can't as long as you don't know for sure that they definitely mix in. The only no kula. We are lenient. Shema lo yivabo. Maybe it's not really a fake seika, but it's like a fake seika. Maybe they didn't mix in any wine. It's and if you mix some wine, maybe it comes from this merchant. I'm not sure what the one merchant does, but it's similar. That's it's ain't fake of some sort. It's true about all Yisur Rabbanim. You do it, she makes us bad. Like those Mayanim know that a few definitely put wine in. So that's why ain't no Mayanim. If you definitely don't put wine in, Azim Saru, then we go to the majority. The Kol Parish, everything which separates itself from the majority. I've also noticed behem about Tayim and out to go and then into the houses and buy from them. The Kol Kavua Mechza Dami, because anytime it's 50-50, anytime you're going to the place where the things are static, it's like 50-50 Akan Lashono. Okay, maybe the Arukh HaShulchan will explain this more elaborately. Chabes, B'yadvarav, what he means. Kagon she'yadua she'socher echad vada ein amar boyayin. Well, one merchant definitely doesn't mix wine in his pickles. V'shari yasocher yesh b'hem safek marav. In other merchants we have a safek if they mix or not. Ein yodim miyu hasocher shemarav. We don't know who the merchant is who doesn't mix it together. Yochel yikonis l'atayim because you can go into their houses and buy. And each time we say, oh, this is the one who doesn't mix. And you do, but we know which one doesn't mix. It doesn't work for the other merchants. It says that this comes evident from the Shach and the Bichodesh. There is he who explained the Taz. Even we know who's the one that doesn't mix. Nevertheless, by all of them, they should gam et slum. Ain't no suffix Shemarim because even by them, after all, it's only a suffix. Maybe they mix. This is astonishing. Says so. In the case of Shazay do a miyu, since you know who it is, based on what good does it do in terms of the others? It's not nichnas to the suffix of the others. The ikar compares you there for the primary interpretation, like the first interpretation that you don't know which is the one who doesn't mix in together. If you know somebody who definitely mixes. Even you think you even out the odds because it definitely doesn't mix. And the others are in doubt. Even if we don't know which are these, which is one which definitely does and definitely doesn't. Now it's go to either houses. Unless you know for sure this person does not mix. Chav Gimel. It says in Miktasim Ba'adei Nosim some definitely put in wine. Some definitely don't put in wine because of the time us going to enter their houses. It's us no matter what. Yeah, in the majority don't put in wine. They will take kavui because in their house they're static. But every static suffix is 50-50. Even they take from their houses to their stores. The store is kavua. Sorry, I interrupted there. But can't feel nothing but them the same. If they take from their houses to the stores, have chanus kavua. The store is kavua. When they re-static themselves. When they buy on the market, where there is no static location for them, it's wherever they can find a open space, I guess. Have computer shemakom then it's like it was separated from the place where it was static. And you go to the majority. Din kavu ben isur the rice ben isur rabbanon. Kavua siman isur the rabbanon. That's what it seems from this simon. However, kuf yud. Beyond we explained the kavua ain't the rabbanon. The kavua does not exist in the rabbanons. Him have mechza holchin hakel. Since it's 50-50, you should be lenient because suffix rabbanon kula. B'tzarchian, evidently he does not have a response to that because here it seems that kavua you do go. Kavua does by this rabbanon. Chavdal. Amr Chazal says, "Ein lokem koriso chiltis." This is a very sharp herb. The mean pri is like fruit coin lazra or lazar kroit. Yesh ba big charib sabi. It's very very bitter. But assuming nesh kosnus like a name, it's sort of thing because they go with their knives. But I've got to start anybody on, and even though most knives not be used within the past 24 hours, Kokov nevertheless agav churpa the chiltis because of the sharpness of the chiltis. Mematekes also it sweetens the residue in the knife. Mashal shavach makes it nice down the shvach. Now his barasim inside vav. Read explained the bedav charf lo mahani eshem ben yoma. That's something which is sharp. The fact it's not ben yoma doesn't matter. Aval shechul the chiltis mutter, but the leaf of the chiltis is mutter. The leaf that by alim leka chali ifus because the leaves don't have this sharpness. But it's true about any davar charif. The leaves are not considered to be sharp. But come oser davar charif, ayin some sifei, and you go look back there and sifei, you'll see how much davar charif asers. Chav hey, v'chein asul likach mehem behem dakodesh going chilik. Now they'll take small fish, which is called chilik, shub etzim dag tohar, which is in truth a kosher fish. Shemasheres kaskasi meishalim and my hand scales just sheds them what comes out of the water. Nation was talking about meaning dog into Mektayit, but because small tray fish get mixed in, the Shafin and mistake can separate them from each other. Have a dog, and so therefore we don't buy the chilik from them. But dog in time lamb, but the small fish do have their scales on them. But they're allowed to buy them. Even though among their tamaim, they seem like kaskasim, but you separate them by the sign of the scales. Trufa. Now let's take the mixed up Torres. This is a certain type of small fish, beluchim, which are salted, shenifrufru, that were mixed up and the broken up. Hadogim, these fish, you can't recognize one from the other at all. Therefore, we are concerned that some of them might be beitza tameo. Treif. Avatar she'ena trufa, but what is it beitza? I'll tell you about fish. Sorry, fish, which will tell me. Avatar she'ena trufa, but a Torah which is not cut up, shem shlein, they're the whole mutikos, and you're allowed to buy from them. Only when the head and the spine are recognizable, which is by Basim and Pei Gimel, as was explained much earlier. Also, the brine of kosher fish, mutikos, are allowed to buy from a non-Jew. As long as they're swimming in the brine, a good fish, which is called kilchis, which is the sign that the brine is kosher brine. V'yesh v'zedinim harbe. This is there are many articles about this. V'kol b'yarnu sham means siflan kimat siflan b'ches. See back there, lama gimel to pay gimel lama gimel lama ches. Chava murias was shuman shadagim torim. That's the oil, the fat of kosher fish. Malcolm shadagim says to torim yain, where people wine into them. Also, v'chila not allowed to eat it. Pimu yain yakar me'am murias. That's only why it's cheaper than murias, so they use it as filler. Yakar remember, so the more is more expensive than you're supposed to smoke in that place. Mutter, you're permitted to take the murias. The chusa meyayin, he's going to be concerned not to waste the more expensive wine. Won't put it into the murias. Place in the derek is not to put wine in them. Muslims are saying you're allowed to buy from them, and also to leave it by them, and send by their hand. The Shaman didn't have wanted to be certain shlichus and bigdoinos. Will explain this in terms it comes to trustworthiness. If anybody that's saying, ain't you do a close too much to the we don't have a fish fat of kosher fish. But here's what the Torah says. Murias shalahem also v'chulei because they mix wine into the murias. It's only also where the wine is cheaper than the fish brine, the fish oil, the fish fat. Murias, a place where wine is more than the murias, it's permissible. If you makom should be okay, they brought it from an expensive place. The makom should be sold a place that's cheap. Mutter is also okay because they pay top dollar for it. Maybe went to more place where wine is cheap. But guys, morning was true. But first two times to put water on these fish. I have a palm but the second time, sorry, yeah, shine who shamay, where it's still fatty, but actually it's like blue yain, and it's of course well even without wine. A palm but from after the second time, quite kochish, the fish is already thinned out. And it can't work to make the murias without wine. The takno for Mishon Shte below yain. So a craftsman who can do it the first and second time without putting in wine. A Mishanim someone not a craftsman. I feel upon Mishon and you're there takno below yain. In the first day, he doesn't know how to fix it without wine. But I feel my yain bilger men, therefore even the wine is more expensive. He needs a catalyst. So therefore you're not allowed to purchase even the first batch. I come to Shona tour and quote from the tour. That which said we're not concerned that maybe went to places where wine is cheaper. Klomar meaning so when we don't know that along the way we're past the place where wine is cheaper. But we know that on his road there's a place where wine is cheap. We certainly take that into account. It's not possible to reach that place. I'm sure because of detours and switchbacks in the river, or whatever transportation use. The do not bring all these achas. The reason is simple. This totally has to do with how you perceive the case as the case transpires. Also, if there's a concern, wine getting mixed up is also hey mitzachi and bezoyaser, both on account of wine being cheaper. Hey mitzachi and mithagasarbe, or on account of the wine fixing the murias. The zel lab dafka murias and not specifically by murias. Because of Rambam Perak Yuzayin din chavav zel shono. Right, Hamuris chulei because they morin chodabar shechoshin lo shema irvu bodabaritzer. So blanket halacha murias is an example. Where anytime there's a suspicion that something which is also was mixed in. So the fundamental principle is not choshesh that he took something which is more expensive and switched out for less expensive. Because he loses. But he mixes in something which is cheaper, which costs a lot of money. He's stuck in order to make a profit. Even thieves can make a profit too. It's not really thieves. People who mix in wine are not thieves. Okay, never mind about that. He mixes something which is cheap and something which is more expensive. He's stuck in order to make money. So obviously you understand if he needs to put in wine to make his merchandise more appreciated, so I think it's maybe he did. Now, because they buy muris from anybody in any place. Because people don't put water in. So they don't need wine. So you can give it as safekeeping by a non-Jew, and you can send it by a non-Jew. He doesn't have in mind at all to remove the murias. Then you have the murias and put the good wine in the murias. If he does come to remove the cover and switch, you take my put in water, not wine, on kosher. That's the Rashba and Spod Beis Yosef. Od Kosav Atshuba, he also has Shuba Zal Yor Nisam Bi Karkom Shakrin saffron. Ibnei Shebachol Aretz Hayi Ayu Mazavin Love Yain Harbe used to spend behind a lot of wine. Gang Sheosim Ibasa Shvachim, most of them they make it from the flesh of the also they make from the flesh of the oxen. Chutim dakin take karkom, small strands like the strands of the karkom. And they mix it in. Akalashono. Okay, somehow they take this gut and they put it together with the saffron. Arukh HaShulchan has written at length. Today we are going to get to with saffron. Don't be concerned. Even initially, before the fact, it's not a concern. We see that our saffron is completely saffron. Udavi Yakar is very, very expensive. Because of great distance. Money going also so. And it's made by a great craftsman. Vuman lo mara. I'm going to say a craftsman does not ruin, does not destroy his reputation. Short term gain, I guess. Kuf Tesvav. Dine Cholav Gvina V'chema. The laws of milk, cheese, and butter. Aleph. Shana Cholim Mishnah. Cholim Torah Mishnah. Cholim Shechova Ovi Chovim. Milk was milked by a non-Jew. Vein Soraya. Now the Jew does not see him. Does not watch him. Also Bechli now let's eat. V'amur Gemara Tam. Gemara says reason. Cheshin Shema Yer Bo Cholav Tam. You're afraid maybe you mixed in some treif milk. Agar Cholav Tam. Ain't no Damer Yisrael Cholav Torah. High treif milk does not look like kosher milk. Torah Lavan, kosher milk is white. V'tam Yerok and treif milk is the Torah Lavan says Tam Yerok and treif milk is green. So you put a little in. You can't tell by looking at it. You aim by Torah Shishim. But on the other hand, there's a 60 in the Torah to nullify the tummy. Came the Cholav tummy used the rice since the Cholav of a non-kosher animal. It's the rice of Chashul is that. They were very concerned. Hi, there's a test you can make to try and solidify part of it. If it is regular milk will make cheese. If it's not regular milk, it won't make cheese. Won't make cheese. The treif milk does not make the milk into a solid. Gemara says it's not proof. Even in Torah, cheese, the cracks, which milk remains, and you don't know that's kosher, not kosher. When we serve, so when we solidify the milk, and we were left with the milk dregs, which cannot solidify. Is there. They can either remain milk. The small amount which you're given and made into the cheese. It's also not possible to remove all the milk from all the holes in the cheese. So they shouldn't have a few of these scruffs. A few of these dregs of the milk. The whey. That's what it is. Maybe that's the tummy milk. But it's because the Torah says the Torah doesn't make him see milk for his own purpose, for the Jews' purpose. Like Kamnasa means people are distinguished. Only even milk for the purpose of a Jew. We have to consider they might mix in treif milk. They at least stock in order to make money. They should totally be okay negative because kosher milk is far more expensive than non-kosher milk. He milks for his own purpose. We're not concerned it's going to put treif milk in. Because treif milk is far inferior than kosher milk. Also can't solidify it. So I might have thought of that, but it's no chiluk. There is a concern here. The who tells us that the tame is inferior. Maybe you don't have to make cheese out of it. It's good as is. Maybe the treif milk is more healthy. That's where they ask it across the board. And that's it.